2025 Cottage Grove City Council meeting, which I'm calling to order. Our first order of business is the Pledge of Allegiance, so if you'd please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'll say, will Joe do the roll tonight? Our clerk is off this evening. Joe?
Councilmember Clausen.
Here.
Councilmember Olson.
Here.
Councilmember Thiede.
Here.
Councilmember Garza.
Here.
Mayor Bailey.
Here. Next on our agenda this evening is open forum. This is the opportunity for anybody who wants to speak on something that is not on tonight's agenda. No one did sign up. We normally have a sign up out in the entry, but in case somebody came in, was there anybody that wanted to speak on something that's not on tonight's agenda? All right, seeing none, I will go ahead and close open forum, and I'll move to number 5, which is adoption of the agenda.
Move the agenda.
Second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Olson, second by Councilmember Thiede. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. So this evening, we have quite a few proclamations to go through. And so we're just going to kind of go down the list, and I'm going to start with Councilmember Garza. And I'll say what the proclamation is. She'll read the proclamation, then we'll do a motion in a second after each one, and just kind of work our way down. So it's a busy month of May. So the first proclamation is Mental Health Awareness Month, and so I'll turn that over to Councilmember Garza.
Thank you. Proclaiming this month of May as Mental Health Awareness Month, whereas mental health awareness is more important than ever and essential to overall health. And whereas mental health awareness allows us to maintain relationships, take care of ourselves, learn, take care of our physical bodies, and respond and adapt to daily life changes. And whereas mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being, it affects how we think, feel, and act. It also affects how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. And whereas the pandemic caused many people to struggle with their mental health and well-being, especially our children and youth. And whereas the World Health Organization found that the number of people with depression and anxiety went up 25% worldwide. And whereas there are steps we can all take to improve our mental health. And with early and effective treatment, people with mental illness can recover. And whereas mental health awareness is critical to the well-being of our families, communities, schools, and businesses, whereas all Minnesotans have a role to play in promoting good health. And there are a range of essential community resources to promote mental health and well-being for all Minnesotans. And whereas citizens, government agencies, public and private institutions, businesses, and schools should commit to promoting good health and increasing awareness and understanding of mental illness. Now, therefore, the Mayor, City Council of the City of Cottage Grove, County of Washington, State of Minnesota, hereby proclaim May 2025 as Mental Health Awareness Month in the City of Cottage Grove, passed the 7th day of May by Mayor Myron Bailey.
All right. So thank you for reading that. Like I said, everybody's going to get their turn this evening to do that, and we appreciate that. So council will look for a motion in a second.
I'll make a motion.
All right. We have go ahead.
And I'll second.
All right. We have a motion by Councilmember Garza, second by Councilmember Thiede. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. So we'll move to B, proclamation. The proclamation for this one is Police Week and Police Officer Memorial Day. And Councilmember Thiede will take this one.
Yes, this proclamation is for National Police Week from May 11th to 17th, 2025, and Peace Officers Memorial Day, May 15th, 2025. So whereas there are over approximately 900,000 law enforcement officers serving in communities across the United States, including the dedicated members of the Cottage Grove Police Department, and some 60,000 assaults against law enforcement officers are reported each year, resulting in over 16,000 injuries. And whereas since the first recorded death in 1791, over 25,000 law enforcement officers in the United States have been made the ultimate sacrifice and been killed in the line of duty. And the names of these dedicated public servants are engraved in the walls of the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial in Washington, D.C. And this year, 3 police officers' names from Minnesota will be added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial from 2024, in addition to the national number of 165 officers who died in 2024. And whereas the service and sacrifice of all officers killed in the line of duty will be honored during the National Police Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund 37th Annual Candlelight Vigil in Washington, D.C. on the evening of Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. And we are honoring the one Minnesota officer that has already died in the line of duty this year. And May 15th is designated as Peace Officers Memorial Day in honor of all fallen and their families. And whereas the first recognition of Police Week and Police Officers Memorial Day was signed by President John F. Kennedy in 1961, it was resolved in Congress that May 15th be designated Police Officers Memorial Day and the week in which falls designated as Police Week. The purpose of Peace Officers Memorial Day is to honor the police officers at all levels of government who have been killed or disabled in the line of duty. Staff from the Cottage Grove's Police Department will attend the Peace Officers Memorial Service held at the Minnesota Peace Officers Memorial in St. Paul, Minnesota on Thursday, May 15th, 2025, as well as attending the Law Enforcement Memorial Day service at the historic courthouse in Stillwater, Minnesota. Now, therefore, the mayor and city council of the city of Cottage Grove, county of Washington, state of Minnesota, hereby proclaim the week of May 11th through 17th, 2025 as National Police Week and Thursday, May 15th, 2025 as the Peace Officers Memorial Day in the city of Cottage Grove, and urge Cottage Grove residents and civic organizations to salute our dedicated law enforcement officers in our community and in communities across this nation. To be passed this 7th day of May, 2025.
All right, thank you. Councilmember Thiede, would you like to make the motion to?
I will. I would move that we designate the month or the week of May 17th through 11th, 2025 as National Police Week, and May 15th, 2025 as Peace Officers Memorial Day.
All right, so we have a motion by Councilmember Thiede, second by Councilmember Olson. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, we'll move to the third one, which is EMS Week. That is C, and I have Councilmember Olson that's going to read this one, so thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, this is a proclamation proclaiming the week of May 18th through the 24th, 2025 as Emergency Medical Services Week, and it reads as follows. Whereas emergency medical services is a vital public service, and whereas the members of emergency medical services teams are ready to provide life-saving care to those in need 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and whereas access to quality emergency care dramatically improves the survival and recovery rate of those who experience sudden illness or injury, and whereas emergency medical services fill healthcare gaps by providing important out-of-hospital care, including preventative medicine, follow-up care, and access to telemedicine. And whereas the emergency medical services system consists of first responders, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, emergency medical dispatchers, firefighters, police officers, educators, administrators, pre-hospital nurses, emergency physicians, trained members of the public, and other out-of-hospital medical care providers. And whereas the members of emergency medical services teams, whether career or volunteer, engage in thousands of hours of specialized training and continuing education to enhance their life-saving skills. And whereas it is appropriate to recognize the value and the accomplishments of emergency medical services providers by designating the Emergency Medical Services Week. Now, therefore, the Mayor and City Council of the City of Cottage Grove, County of Washington, State of Minnesota, hereby proclaim the week of May 18th through the 24th, 2025, as Emergency Medical Services Week in the city of Cottage Grove. Pass this the 7th day of May, 2025, and then ultimately will be signed by Myron Bailey, Mayor. And Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move that we accept this proclamation proclaiming the week of May 18th through the 24th, 2025, as Emergency Medical Services Week, with the proviso that the Cottage Grove emergency medical services are the best in the state of Minnesota.
Of course.
Definitely second that.
There we go. So we have a motion by Councilmember Olson, second by Councilmember Clausen. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Councilmember Olson. And then we'll move to D, which is proclamation is Building Safety Month. And Councilmember Clausen.
Thank you, Mayor. This is designating May 2025 as Building Safety Month, whereas the City of Cottage Grove is committed to recognizing that our growth and strength depends on the safety and essential role of our homes, buildings, and infrastructure play, both in everyday life and when disasters strike. And whereas our confidence in the resilience of these buildings that make up our community is achieved through the devotion of vigilant guardians, building safety and fire prevention officials, architects, engineers, builders, tradespeople, design professionals, laborers, plumbers, and others in the construction industry who work year-round to ensure the safe construction of buildings. And whereas these guardians are dedicated members of the International Code Council, a nonprofit that brings together local, state, territorial, tribal, and federal officials, who are experts in the built environment to create and implement the highest quality codes and standards to protect us in the buildings where we live, learn, work, and play. And whereas these modern building codes and standards include safeguards to protect the public from hazards such as hurricanes, snowstorms, tornadoes, wildland fires, floods, and earthquakes, and whereas Building Safety Month is sponsored by the International Code Council to remind the public about the crucial role of our community's largely unknown protectors of public safety, our code officials, who assure us of safe, sustainable, and affordable buildings that are essential to our prosperity. And where is Game On, the theme for Building Safety Month 2025, encourages us all to get involved and raise awareness about building safety on a personal, local, and global scale. Now, therefore, the Mayor and City Council of City of Cottage Grove, County of Washington, State of Minnesota, hereby proclaim the month of May 2025 to be designated as Building Safety Month. It's passed this Wednesday, the 7th day of May 2025, and I would move that we adopt that proclamation.
Thank you. So we have a motion by Councilmember Clausen. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Garza. All those in favor on this one, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. And believe it or not, we're down to the last one. And the last one is Councilmember Garza is going to read, which is the proclamation for Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. There you go.
So I am making a proclamation, as the mayor said, of the Asian American and Pacific Islanders Heritage Month. Whereas Asian Americans and Pacific Islander heritage was first celebrated in the United States in 1978 and was made into a month-long event in 1992. During Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, our community recognizes the innumerable contributions, vibrant cultures, and rich heritage of Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. And whereas the Asian American and Pacific Islander community represents a wide tapestry of languages, ethnicities, and cultural traditions, contributing to the social, economic, and political fabric of the nation. And whereas the celebration of this month provides an opportunity to reflect on the collective resilience and achievements of the Asian American and Pacific Islander communities. And whereas we acknowledge Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders have thrived and worked in Cottage Grove for generations, and that Asian Americans represent the largest minority group in the city, and that Pacific Islanders represent a small but strong portion that illustrates the city's welcome diversity. Now, therefore, the Mayor and City Council of the City of Cottage Grove, County of Washington, and State of Minnesota hereby proclaim the month of May 2025 to be designated as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Passed this Wednesday, the 7th day of May 2025, will be signed by Mayor Myron Bailey. Thank you.
Fantastic. Would you like to make the motion on that?
I will make the motion of May 2025 as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Second.
Second, all right, so we have a motion by Councilmember Garza, second by Councilmember Thiede. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. I know we have some of our first responders in the audience, too. Thank you for stopping in here tonight. We appreciate, obviously, all that you do. The next part on our agenda is consent. Is there anything council would like to pull on consent? I have Councilmember Olson. What would you like to pull?
Mayor, I'd like to pull item H, please.
H, okay. Anybody else? Nope. Okay, so we'll go then right away to item H, which is the appointment of a city engineer position.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. You're correct. Item H is a city engineer appointment, and this is a item to appoint Paul Sponholtz, if I said that right, to the position of city engineer with the city of Cottage Grove. His start date will be as soon as possible, should we agree to approve this item. We'll see how it goes. But I wanted to pull this item to actually ask our Public Works Director, Ryan Burfine, to introduce Paul to us and to the public, and maybe have Paul tell us a few things about himself.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council. As you know, we've been spending the last few months working to fill that city engineer position. And as we've taken that time, we've been very intentional. We want to find the right fit, not just for the engineering team, the Public Works Department, but really the city as a whole. The city engineer is obviously a very important leadership position here at Cottage Grove. So well, with Paul here, we've had several rounds of interviews, really all levels of staff, from who his team would be to the leadership team as well. So we feel very confident after going through that, and are excited to have him on the agenda tonight to be appointed to the city engineer position. So it's an exciting night for that. And with that, I'll turn it over to Paul just to say a few words.
Thank you very much, Paul. Let's hear a little bit about you and your background.
Well, thank you. I've been here, a resident of Cottage Grove here about 15 years, or excuse me, since 2015, excuse me. What is that, 7 or 8 years? And currently the county engineer for the Steele County down in Owatonna. Good hour drive here.
That's not a
so,
short commute.
This job certainly was interesting to me as for a much shorter commute, but I'm also very excited to share some 20 years of experience that I have working in county governments, state, and private sector engineering work. My passion's been dealing with the local governments, working for the local agencies, and being able to do that and have my passion of engineering and making a difference to a community where I live is really exciting to me. So I'm looking forward to this opportunity, and appreciate you bringing me here. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much, and I have to ask, you didn't happen to go to any of the Michigan schools for your engineering, did
No,
you?
University
Okay.
of Minnesota here.
Okay, good for
we
you.
go.
That's perfect. Yeah, we
Go Gophers.
we do hear a lot about Michigan periodically, so,
Oh,
yeah, but glad to hear you're one of ours. Ski-U-Ma. Back to you, Mayor.
all right, thank you, Paul. And I'm assuming I'm going to be able to say welcome officially here. in a
By the way,
second.
did we say your name right?
Yes, you did.
Okay,
you go.
beautiful,
Good.
thank you.
All right, so council with no other items pulled from consent, I'll look for a motion and a second to approve consent.
I'll make a motion to approve consent.
All right, so motion by Councilmember Garza, second by Councilmember Thiede. Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. So if you happen to be here for anything on this evening's consent agenda, all of those items have been approved. Next item on our agenda is 8, is approved disbursement or pay the bills.
Move the bills.
We have a motion by Councilmember Olson. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Clausen. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. 9 is public hearings. We have none this evening. 10 is bid awards. We have none this evening. 11 is regular agenda. We're being easy. Nothing this evening. And so we're already down to council comments requests. And again, I'll start on my right down here with Councilmember Clausen.
One quick thing just want to mention is I've been driving around the city and noticed that our Public Works Department, the streets and parks they've been working all winter and all spring, cleaning up brush and things. And I noticed the parks look absolutely wonderful, and the center medians and the boulevards are looking great. So kudos to our parks and engineering and streets staff. Thank you. Looks great.
Yeah, good call. definitely. Councilmember Olson.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to remind the public that, as you heard earlier, the month of May is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And our Beyond the Yellow Ribbon team is really looking forward to our Memorial Day service this year because we are doing a salute to our Asian American and Pacific Islander veterans from the state of Minnesota and throughout the country. And to that end, we have the honor of two very distinguished speakers who will be present at the event. One is retired Army Colonel Yi Hang. He is the co-founder and the president of the Asian American and Pacific Islander Veterans Association here in Minnesota. And he is bringing a friend as well. Actually, this friend is actually bringing Colonel Hang to us because I wasn't sure he would be available. But we also have Staff Sergeant active in the United States Air Force Reserve, John B. Yang. Now, we have a John Yang that we work with for a couple of events each year. This is not him, hence the B. But really excited to have them both speak. They have some very unique perspectives on what Memorial Day means to them. And as a reminder, we have that event each year here at City Hall, out by the Veterans Memorial, weather permitting. It starts at 10 a.m. on Memorial Day. For those who don't know what day that is, it is the 26th of May. And we would love to have you join us, the Beyond the Yellow Ribbon team, the city staff, our public safety department, River Oaks, et cetera. We put a lot of time, energy, and effort into this event. Unfortunately, last year it rained a little. So we brought it inside and it worked out just fine. But I think it's a lot better when it's outdoors, and you know, the music carries better, the speakers carry better, et cetera. And we will also have the honor guard from the Washington County Sheriff's Department joining us again this year. So I want to extend our gratitude to Sheriff Dan Starry for coordinating that with us. And with that, Mayor, I'll turn it back to you.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Councilmember Olson. Councilmember Thiede?
Okay, just a couple things. I should mention that we're actually, is that right? We're only 6 weeks away from Strawberry Fest? Yeah, geez. I don't know, I was using my fingers, I just wasn't even using my whole hand yet, both hands, but. So 6 weeks away from Strawberry Fest, and so things are going well with all the planning and everything else. Just one thing I'll mention too, something kind of exciting this year, we're besides the regular fireworks that we're having, we're also having a drone show. So you can kind of take a look up all the different Strawberry Fest activities at cottagegrovestrawberryfest.com, and it's gonna be a great year for it. I was also gonna mention I got my River Oaks golf on here, and it's kind of both a golf and activity center. There's a lot of things that different leagues and things like that they can sign up for. Right now, if you go online, there's bocce ball and golf league sign up, and man, this next week's gonna kind of be a scorcher for us Minnesotans. It's gonna be kind of warm. I'm gonna probably just have to leave the top down in the car all the time. But get out there, have some fun, be safe, and there you go.
There you go. Fantastic. Thank you. Councilmember Garza.
Thank you, Mayor. It sounds like we have some fun things that are coming up for the summer here in Cottage Grove. I know another event that will be happening pretty quick. Prior to this one, I will mention on Saturday, May 17th at Park High School at 4 p.m., it will be the Battle of the Badges. So our fire department and our police department will be having a battle. So if you have time, stop over at Park. That starts at 4 o'clock next Saturday. And then a few weeks after that, we have the Kids Adventure Mud Run. That's coming up, and that's on June 7th at Hamlet Park. The sign-up is online, and it's $23 to participate. So if your kids want to run in mud, sounds like a fun thing to do. I'd like to do it, so go look online.
Fantastic.
If I want to run in the mud, can I come too?
You should look and see if we can.
Okay, good enough. Thank you.
All right, just one quick item. I was not, and I know Councilmember Olson was not able to be there. We had a I'll say a re-grand opening or ribbon cutting yesterday. Today, of course, being the 7th, it was on the 6th of May at the Madison, which is the former, I'll call it the former Ferber Farms. These new owners are absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, I was out of town, so I was not able to be there to participate in the ribbon cutting, but I did turn the reins over to Councilmember Garza, and I believe Councilmember Thede was there too, correct? And so I just wanted to officially say I'm apologizing for not being there, but they did a great job holding fort. These family members, I should say, are amazing people. They're doing great things with that place there. And again, it's called the Madison. It is a historic structure out there for different types of events, weddings, whatever you want it for. So I encourage you to look them up, whether it's on social media or maybe it's just giving them a call. If you have any types of events, I'd encourage you to reach out to them.
I
So-
will say Brad and Louise, they are amazing.
Yes.
They have a lot of great activities in mind for that spot. So just be on the lookout and just watch for any newsletters that they may have coming out because they have a lot of good plans in play. And so I'm hoping this summer we have some exciting events coming from them.
Absolutely. And then I will just throw in there, since we're talking about future things happening in the community, it's kind of weird how Strawberry Fest kind of happens, and then right there is the 4th of July. We are, once again, going to be having the 4th of July fireworks show. It'll actually be on July 6th, which is 2 days after, and the reason we're doing that is the way we are here in Cottage Grove, everybody goes out of town for that weekend, comes back on that Sunday. And so we had a really good success with it last year. And I will mention, other than our local business community that are fundraising, and I'll mention them in a second, the Cottage Grove Lions Club is helping put this project or this event together, along with food and prizes and events for kids and that. So, and that is at Kingston Park. And then, just so you know, our local business community is 100%, with the exception of a little bit of extra from the Lions, 100% funding the fireworks show. And so I want to do a specific call out and thank you to 3M, Renewal by Anderson, North Point, which is the logistics park, Tennis Sanitation, and also Hy-Vee. All of them are donating $5,000 each to create what would normally be a $25,000 show, but because we found a new vendor that is going to add some excitement to the show, the Lions threw in an extra $3,000 to bring it up to a $28,000 show. So it's going to be a great event this year. I encourage everybody to join me and others out at Kingston Park on the Sunday after the 4th of July. So just want to throw that out there. All right, next item on our agenda, which is open to the public. We do have a workshop, which is real estate equities, and it's a proposed multifamily project here that's going to be being proposed here in Cottage Grove. And we're going to be doing that in the training room. And then the second item is new well number 13. Construction update is the other item that will be during the open workshop. So if anybody in the audience is interested, they go in there. 14 is workshop closed to the public. We do not have any this evening. So we will not be adjourning in here. We'll be adjourning in the training room. So if anybody in the audience here wants to come with us over there and hear what's going on with these two projects, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, I hope everybody has a great summer. It's literally like summer out there now. It's beautiful. So enjoy the evening and the week.